Imagine this. You wake up, heart pounding for reasons you can't name. It's as though something unseen followed you from a dream into reality. That vague unease sticks to your skin, and you sense something beyond your conscious thoughts. You've felt it before. An invisible presence in your mind whispering ideas you'd rather forget. This lingering heaviness raises a single question, what am I not seeing about myself? The moment you ask, the quiet dread grows stronger. Take a moment and ask yourself, have you ever sensed a part of you that you try to hide, not just from the world but even from yourself? It's as if you're split in two. One version of you smiles politely, handles daily tasks, does what's expected, but there's another side you keep locked away, like a secret you're not ready to confront. What if that hidden aspect holds a power you've underestimated your entire life? This feeling isn't new. Philosophers and psychologists have wrestled with it for centuries. Carl Jung once suggested we all carry an unseen companion, the _shadow_. It's formed from everything you'd rather not be, thoughts you deny, fears you suppress, and emotions you refuse to face. In that darkness, a profound force accumulates, quietly influencing you in ways you never notice, until it's too late. Have you ever wondered why you sometimes act against your better judgment? In a world that tells you to be normal, to bury your darker impulses, you carry this hidden conflict everywhere. You feel it when your anger flares unexpectedly, or when anxiety haunts your quiet moments. Yet society often encourages you to just stay positive or push past those inconvenient emotions. But what if those raw, unfiltered parts of you aren't merely problems to fix? What if they hold the key to a deeper sense of self? Ask yourself another question. What if ignoring your inner darkness is precisely why it controls you? Pretending these forces don't exist might seem like the safer path. Yet, have you ever noticed how your most uncomfortable traits, or the traits you hate in others, keep finding ways to appear, sometimes at the worst moments? Like an itch that refuses to vanish. Your hidden nature begs for your attention. Could acknowledging it be more liberating than you think? You're not alone in this struggle. Everyone around you is wrestling with a similar battle, putting on a brave face, trying to bury unresolved pain, guilt, or fear. Society bombards you with distractions, from social media to endless entertainment, urging you to keep looking outward instead of inward. It's a subtle invitation. Forget your hidden self, focus on everything else. But that leaves a crucial question in the back of your mind. What happens when distraction stops working? Our greatest thinkers, from Poe's madness-filled stories to Nietzsche's fearless questioning of morality, have hinted at a common theme. There is beauty in darkness, not in indulging destructive impulses, but in understanding them. When you accept that these repressed qualities exist, you start to glimpse a more authentic version of yourself. Like an explorer charting unknown territory, you begin to see your own mind as a mysterious landscape, full of uncharted potential. Could your deepest fears be pointing you towards self-discovery? Here's where the journey becomes intensely personal. To truly grow, you must face what you've hidden, your anger, your jealousy, your shame, your secret longings. It's intimidating, isn't it? There's a gnawing dread that if you acknowledge these parts, you might lose control. Yet, consider the alternative. If you don't face them, are you really in control at all? Perhaps the greatest challenge isn't banishing your darkness, but learning to harness it. Are you ready to find out how? Stepping into your hidden self can feel like walking down a hallway of locked doors. Each one represents something you fear or despise about yourself. But what if behind those doors lie lessons that could reshape your life? What if the moment you open them, you discover aspects of your personality that provide resilience, creativity, and deeper understanding? The question remains, how long will you keep them locked? The more you delay, the more the shadow swells in power. We've reached a crossroads. The weight of your unacknowledged self is undeniable, an ever-present specter shaping your thoughts, choices, and emotions. And yet, there's a glimmer of possibility, the chance to step beyond mere denial and find genuine self-empowerment. Asterisk. But how do we confront something that lurks beneath conscious awareness? You've asked the question, what am I not seeing about myself? Now the stage is set to go deeper, to peel back the layers. Stay with me. The real truth awaits. You stand in a room filled with history, words penned by humanity's greatest minds. Each page explores a hidden problem that has haunted us through time, the struggle to face our own darkness. Carl Jung called it the shadow, Dostoevsky agonized over guilt, and Nietzsche warned of illusions we craft to avoid the truth. You sense that these thinkers were on to something profound. There is a piece of you in these crumbling pages, a secret force you've barely acknowledged. Humanity has long wrestled with the unknown. H.P. Lovecraft captured it as cosmic horror, an unsettling feeling that we are at the mercy of forces too vast for us to comprehend. But not all of those forces are out there in the universe. Many dwell within your own psyche. Society calls them your flaws, your shame, or even your sins. Yet they're more than that. Think of them as uncharted territories of your identity, each harboring an unsettling power you've never fully explored. Edgar Allan Poe wrote of madness stalking the human heart, describing how a single hidden obsession could derail an entire life. If you look closely, maybe you've caught glimpses of this in yourself, a persistent worry, a flash of envy or anger. On the surface, you dismiss it as nothing, but deep down it's a symptom of something bigger. Parts of you yearning for acknowledgement, parts you'd prefer to deny. The more you ignore them, the louder they become. Dostoevsky explored guilt and inner conflict, revealing how easily a human mind can spiral when it refuses to confront its own moral chaos. Each step down that staircase of denial takes you further from the light of self-awareness. At first, you barely notice, but eventually, you find yourself lost in a labyrinth of unexamined motives and unspoken fears. To truly see the roots of your dilemma, you must descend however uncomfortable it feels. Denial keeps you on the surface. Awareness leads you deeper. Take a closer look at yourself in moments of raw emotion, anger, lust, jealousy, pride. These are sparks from the furnace inside you. A furnace fed by drives we pretend don't exist. Nietzsche hinted that ignoring these drives can make us weaker, more susceptible to cultural illusions. You've been taught to be good, but in the process, you might have disowned the very qualities that give you strength. Could it be that your true self is half hidden behind a veil of morality? Philosophers from Schopenhauer to Sartre recognized a universal tension at our core. We crave meaning in a world that doesn't hand it to us on a silver platter. Often we place blame outside ourselves, ignoring the fact that the chaos might be rooted in our own psyche. Like a puzzle half assembled, you see shapes forming but can't piece it together yet. That friction where your hidden urges clash with your public face is the birthplace of confusion, frustration, and sometimes profound despair. Then there's the social component. You move through life wearing masks: the good child, the reliable friend, the polite colleague. Over time, these identities can overshadow the parts you're afraid to show. This is how society tames you. It trains you to hide anything messy or unrefined. Yet, under the surface, those repressed elements never vanish. They become restless, influencing your interactions and sabotaging your relationships in ways you can't explain. Could your hidden shadow be the missing piece in that puzzle? Think of your mind as a hall of mirrors, each reflecting a different angle of who you are. Some mirrors show the parts of you that you're proud of, while others reflect fragments you'd rather ignore. In each reflection, the flame flickers, revealing a slightly altered face. This is your identity, infinite in complexity. Jung believed that facing these mirrored images is not an optional exercise. It's essential, because without that conscious encounter, your shadows remain free to manifest without your consent. Look at the city below. Each lighted window represents someone else's inner world, each with its own secrets and unspoken drives. You see them as strangers, but are they so different from you? Everyone is wrestling with something unseen, a quiet storm behind closed doors. At first glance, the city seems unified under night's sky, yet each soul is isolated by its own internal battles. Recognizing that you're not alone in this struggle might spark a glimmer of courage to finally investigate your own darkness. Time is running. Whether you confront your shadow or not, think of each second as a choice to stay blind or to start seeing. Viktor Frankl once suggested that meaning is found when we face our deepest issues head-on. Right now, you're standing on that threshold. The tension, the discomfort, and the dark corners of your mind aren't there to ruin you. They're there to prod you into growth. Yet, a critical question remains: if all of this is true, then what's the real cost of ignoring it? Imagine walking through life surrounded by people who never truly see each other. You glide past strangers and loved ones alike, performing your daily roles. Yet beneath this ordinary routine, something else is happening. Your hidden impulses and unspoken fears silently color how you interpret the world. It's subtle, maybe a flash of jealousy that sours a conversation or an underlying anxiety that makes you doubt your abilities. These seemingly small ripples create unseen consequences that shape who you become. Think about your daily interactions. Friends, family, colleagues. On the surface, it's casual chatter or polite small talk. Underneath, hidden resentments or unacknowledged desires might be silently dictating your tone, your choice of words, even your posture. Cognitive biases, like confirmation bias or projection, take these repressed emotions and distort your view of reality. You assume you're behaving rationally, but in truth, your shadow is pulling strings in the background, whispering your worst insecurities into your every decision. Neurologically, your mind craves consistency. When certain beliefs or fears remain hidden, the brain quietly filters your experiences to protect those shadows from exposure. You may cling to relationships or ideologies that validate your unspoken assumptions. It feels comfortable, even if it's limiting. This is how the unseen consequences grow. They're woven into your neural pathways like a blind spot, ensuring you rarely notice them until something goes wrong and you wonder, how did it all unravel so quickly? Every day you're performing, sometimes for others, sometimes to convince yourself. Each mask shields you from the vulnerability of revealing what truly lies beneath. Society rewards you for keeping it together, so you press on. But in those rare moments of genuine emotion, the cracks in your performance reveal how deeply your hidden self influences your outlook. Perhaps you notice a fleeting urge to lash out or retreat. These impulses signal your shadow's presence, proof that the stage you stand on isn't as stable as it seems. Consider the workplace, where image and reputation often take priority. You might meet a colleague's smile while harboring envy or resentment. Every unacknowledged emotion sets the stage for misunderstandings, passive aggression, or power plays that slowly corrode trust. These conflicts might appear trivial at first, but they accumulate. Over time. Morale drops. Alliances shift and sabotage, sometimes unintentional, emerges. Ironically, everyone wonders why things turn toxic, unaware that their own hidden issues helped create the very environment they dread. Your personal creativity can also suffer under the weight of buried truths. When your shadow remains locked away, you lose touch with the raw emotional fuel that inspires bold art, music, or writing. Huxley once noted that the doors of perception can be flung wide if we dare to confront what we hide. By denying certain parts of yourself, you limit your capacity to explore, experiment, or take risks. You remain tethered to safe ideas, never venturing into the wild terrain where true innovation thrives. Societal forces compound this problem, from ads that tell you how to look and behave, to cultural norms that discourage introspection. The pressure to fit in can be overwhelming. It's easier to distract yourself with the next purchase, the next social media scroll. Meanwhile, your unacknowledged anxieties and biases grow stronger. The result? A quietly numbing existence where you become so busy meeting external demands that you lose sight of your internal world, and that's exactly how the shadow gains power. Look at how family dynamics can hide and transmit these shadows from one generation to the next. Unresolved traumas or suppressed emotions can appear as sudden outbursts or silent contempt. The child learns to mirror these unspoken rules, perpetuating a cycle of denial and misunderstanding. This is how the smallest family issues balloon into unbreakable patterns, because no one addresses what's truly lurking below the surface. The weight of these inherited shadows can rob you of genuine connection and peace. Social media often amplifies your hidden issues. As you scroll through curated glimpses of other people's lives, your shadow seeds discontent, comparison, and self-doubt. You might find yourself seeking validation or lashing out in comment sections without fully grasping why. It's not just a digital habit, it's your unrecognized feelings surfacing under the guise of internet anonymity. This cycle can be draining, reinforcing the narrative that you're somehow lacking. Meanwhile, the real source of that emptiness remains concealed. All of these small daily interactions, internal struggles, and societal pressures converge into a single truth. Asterisk, your shadows are already shaping your destiny, whether you acknowledge them or not. Fear or envy left unchecked can derail aspirations, poison relationships, and create a life guided by unspoken forces. You sense there's more going on than meets the eye, like navigating a house where entire rooms remain locked. Now you stand on the threshold of these rooms, aware that something transformative lies within, but the key question remains, will you dare step inside? Imagine a turning point, where you no longer accept the status quo. Here, you stand at the edge of what you thought was fixed, a belief system built on denying your true self. In this moment, you decide to rebel against the forces that have long manipulated your mind. You choose to break free from societal expectations and reclaim control over your inner world. What if the very act of embracing your shadow could ignite a revolution within your soul? It's time to shatter the chains that have kept you in a state of quiet submission. Look around. Every expression of art and rebellion is a testament to those who refuse to hide their true selves. Today, you are invited to challenge the old narratives that have kept you safe but confined. Embrace counterintuitive solutions. Rather than denying your darker impulses, learn to channel them into creative energy that transforms pain into power. This is your moment to step into the light. Rebellion starts with rethinking what you believe. For centuries, visionaries like Carl Jung and Friedrich Nietzsche challenged the prevailing wisdom by embracing what others feared. You too can break free from the chains of inherited dogma. Instead of following a preset path, choose to question every assumption. What if the secret to your liberation lies in the radical idea that your inner darkness is not an enemy, but a source of untapped potential? Dare to ask the forbidden questions. Break the cycle of submission by embracing a new mindset, one where vulnerability becomes strength, and every shadow is a stepping stone. Look to history, where rebels and outcasts transformed despair into a source of creative power. By acknowledging your inner struggles, you unlock the door to radical self-improvement. Every challenge you face can be reframed as a lesson in resilience. It's not about erasing your darkness. It's about transforming it into a force for reinvention. You are not powerless. Across time, countless figures have risen to defy oppressive norms, reclaiming their autonomy through radical self-awareness. Now it's your turn. In every challenge lies an opportunity to rewrite the rules. Picture yourself as a modern rebel, dismantling the old frameworks of shame and repression. Stand tall, and let your inner strength shine through. Embrace the paradox. The very darkness you feared may be the key to unlocking a brighter, more authentic version of yourself. Imagine walking away from a past defined by hidden fears and self-imposed limitations. Each step is an act of rebellion, a deliberate choice to no longer allow your shadow to dictate your life. The path ahead is uncertain, but it is paved with possibility. By confronting the parts of you that once held you captive, you liberate not only your mind but also your spirit. Your journey isn't just about escape. It's about emerging stronger and more fully alive than ever before. Rebellion is also an intellectual pursuit. It starts with challenging the lessons you were taught, by questioning long-held beliefs about success, morality, and identity. Imagine a world where the old textbooks are replaced by your own insights. Think of the great thinkers who defied norms and reshaped society with fresh ideas. Their courage lies in their willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Now you have the chance to follow in their footsteps and craft a new narrative for yourself. There is a raw power in letting go of what no longer serves you. Embrace the transformative process, much like a phoenix rising from its ashes. This isn't about destruction, but rather about reassembling yourself into something more resilient and real. You have the power to dismantle the old, limiting structures in your mind and build new pathways that honor both your light and your shadow. Your journey of rebellion is a bold act of self-creation. The rebellion to break free isn't fought alone. It's a collective uprising. Around you, others are challenging the norms, questioning the narrative that has kept them in darkness. In these moments of shared defiance, you find strength in community. Together, you inspire each other to step out from behind the shadows. This collective energy is proof that when individuals dare to reclaim their truth, they can spark a movement that transforms society. Will you join this revolution? As the new day dawns, you realize that rebellion is not the end. It's the beginning of a powerful journey. The road ahead is yours to forge, free from the limits of your past and the shadows that once controlled you. Each step is a declaration of independence, a commitment to living authentically. Embrace this transformative path with courage and conviction. The time to break free is now. Your revolution has just begun. What will you do with your newfound power? Imagine the moment when all the pieces of your inner puzzle finally align. Standing at the edge of the world, you see the truth. The darkness you once feared is not an enemy but the wellspring of your strength. Every suppressed emotion, every hidden flaw, has been a teacher guiding you toward a more authentic self. In that radiant silence, you recognize that your shadow is not separate. It is part of your complete, magnificent being. The ultimate truth shines from within. Now consider this: what if the very darkness you once battled is the source of your deepest creativity? As you gaze into the reflective lake, you realize that every struggle, every scar, has shaped you into a vessel of immense possibility. The contrast of light and dark is not a battle, it's a balance. Embracing both sides reveals a profound harmony where vulnerability fuels brilliance. The truth is simple yet radical. Your shadow completes you. In the ruins of forgotten temples, you uncover the wisdom of ages. The ultimate truth is that light and shadow coexist in perpetual dance. Every ancient symbol and myth whispers a message of reconciliation. Acknowledging your inner darkness does not diminish your light, it enhances it. The journey to self-understanding is not about erasing pain, but about integrating it into a greater whole. This realization transforms your past struggles into stepping stones for future triumphs. Here, among the whispers of forgotten words, you come to understand that every insight, every painful lesson has led you to this singular moment of clarity. The ultimate truth is a revelation of wholeness. Your past, with all its shadows, is the foundation of your present power. In the quiet rustle of pages and the soft play of light and dark, you learn that to embrace your entire self is to truly live. The hidden becomes known, and you are transformed. Imagine a river that flows through the heart of your being, carrying away old regrets while nourishing the soil of your soul. In this surreal journey, you discover that every twist and turn of the current is a reminder that life is in constant motion. The ultimate truth emerges. Growth is a continuous process, born from the acceptance of both your luminous highs and your shadowy lows. Every challenge dissolves into wisdom when you embrace the full spectrum of your experience. From the hustle of city streets to the quiet moments atop a rooftop, you begin to see that the ultimate truth is not confined to grand revelations. It is found in everyday clarity. Every urban light, every fleeting shadow reminds you that authenticity is both grand and intimate. By accepting every facet of your identity, you free yourself from the chains of pretense. In this moment of quiet reflection, you realize that true liberation is the embrace of your complete, multifaceted self. At the pinnacle of your journey, you stand at the summit of self-discovery. The mountain before you symbolizes every obstacle you have overcome. The ultimate truth reveals itself in the pure clarity of this altitude. The integration of your light and dark selves creates a strength that no external force can diminish. It is a realization that while the climb was arduous, each step was essential. The view from the top is not just breathtaking, it is a testament to your profound inner resilience. In the quiet embrace of a moonlit garden, you realize that the ultimate truth is both simple and profound. True power comes from self-acceptance. The journey inward has revealed that every emotion, every hidden shadow, is part of a greater unified whole. As you walk the stone path of your life, you learn to honor both your light and your darkness. This newfound harmony is not a destination but an ongoing dance, a gentle reminder that wholeness is found in balance. In the depths of nature's eternal wisdom, you find the ultimate truth. Every part of your existence, light and shadow alike, is interwoven into the tapestry of life. The forest whispers that no aspect of you is extraneous. Every experience has a place and purpose. By embracing your shadow, you open yourself to a richer, fuller understanding of what it means to be alive. Your inner darkness is not a void, but a canvas on which your most profound truths are painted. As you stand at the edge of this vast ocean, you grasp the final, most powerful realization: your journey towards self-awareness is the most courageous act you can undertake. The ultimate truth is that your shadow is not a burden to bear, but a source of untapped strength and creativity. Every experience, every hidden fear, and every moment of doubt has led you to this point. Now, with open eyes and an unburdened heart, you step forward into the light of a new beginning.